They're a staple of cable TV, political partisans who get paid by news organizations and whose comments are so predictable you could script them in advance. But now, as one of these pundits takes a very public fall from grace, the practice is getting a second look. Adam Reilly has more.
Hillary Clinton won fair and square.
Donna Brazile has done double duty this election cycle. She's been interim head of the Democratic National Committee and a paid contributor to CNN.
For Republicans who are dealing with a very unpopular nominee.
But now Brazile's CNN gig is finished after WikiLeaks published purloined emails showing she fed questions for CNN debates to the Clinton campaign ahead of time.
It's horrifying and very, very upsetting.
In a statement, CNN says it's accepted Brazile's resignation and that it's completely uncomfortable with what she did. But former CNN President John Klein says that's what you get when you let partisans play at journalism.
I hope this can be the death knell for these surrogates that all the news networks employ.
Still, there's been no comparable revelation about CNN contributor Corey Lewandowski, Donald Trump's former campaign manager, who was paid by the network and the Trump campaign for months.
I'm not getting paid by one of the candidates, okay?
Stand by.
Worse than being paid by a
Stand
candidate,
by.
believe me.
And while critics are calling Brazilegate a wake-up call, CNN head Jeff Zucker disagrees. After the story broke, he reportedly told employees, "One bad apple doesn't ruin it for the entire process. They add to our coverage in a very meaningful way."
Well, I don't know about that, Jeff Zucker. John Klein has this exactly right, the former president of CNN. They add nothing. You get what you pay for. You go for an ideologue who works for a campaigner, in Donna Brazile's case, works for the Democratic National Committee. That's what you're going to get. After, I have to say that Donna Brazile is an old hand at this, been around for decades, has worked on campaigns. I mean, I was stunned to see that she did that because she knows better. She knows the lines that are drawn between journalism and what you feel passionately about. I'm stunned that she did it, but CNN had no choice but to do what they did.
I think I might have been stunned had I not already been so disgusted with the Corey Lewandowski decision and Jeff Zucker defending that. It's indefensible. There are a lot of things we can point to that have caused this campaign to be the most disheartening, the dirtiest in at least our lifetimes. And one of them is the fact that every one of these networks, particularly the cable networks, have created these panels, partly with these paid people, and they just shout at each other. We saw one of those, the guy shouting at Lewandowski. There is no sense whatever of there being meaningful discourse when you turn on cable TV. It's just shouting, and this is a major reason, and Jeff Zucker ought to be fired for that.
Oh, boy.
Well, Jeff Zucker has done a terrible job with CNN. I'm sure people think he's done a good job because the ratings are good, but I mean, it's unwatchable, and this is just a key part of that. As partisan hacks go, I thought Donna Brazile was one of the better partisan hacks. But I wouldn't have any of these people on. I get what they want. They want liberals and conservatives arguing with each other. There are plenty of opinion journalists out there they could get to come on and have these arguments that nevertheless have a little independence, and they're not going to be completely in the tank for one side or the other. And that's the direction they ought to go in.
The guy was not shouting at Lewandowski. He was shouting at him, and he's a New York Times reporter. Just want to be clear. I absolutely agree. What really annoys me about this, though, to a large degree, is Jeff Zucker calling Donna Brazile, well, acting as though, first of all, he didn't have any clue, and then calling Donna Brazile disgusting. Bad apple was mild. He called her disgusting. And I thought, I'm sorry, have you checked out Corey Lewandowski, who's getting 2 checks? And I'm not clear that he's not continuing to get 2 checks, one from Donald Trump and one from CNN. Come on. So if you're going to be, if you're going to have them on, then be consistent. Determine that Donna is okay because you're letting Corey be there and these other people and the Roger Stones and the rest of them. If you're not, then be consistent in how you apply your justice as such as it is, and stop calling her disgusting when that guy's sitting up there doing everything. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's disgusting.
No, Callie, you must have missed Jeff Zucker's clarification. He didn't call her disgusting. He called what she did, leaking the debate question, disgusting.
Okay.
Are we all clear on that now?
Thank you. That makes me feel so much better.
If you couldn't tell, I'm being as sarcastic as I can.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Yeah, I mean, really, come on. Look, the amazing thing is CNN has plenty of good people.
Yeah.
Not just their own journalists, Anderson Cooper and so on, right on down the line, have many good people, but even some of their partisans.
Yes.
Van Jones, I find interesting. They prove themselves from time to time perfectly capable of being a little more nuanced than just being a parrot.
Yeah.
But to have paid people on there is ludicrous, particularly when they really... Donna Brazile, once in a great while, would say something. I think, oh, that's interesting. Corey Lewandowski, never.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Corey Lewandowski has a non-disparagement clause.
That's
he can't,
right.
He
I know.
can't criticize
Even-
Trump even if he wants
Even
to.
if he wanted
Yeah.
to, right.